What we are discussing, guys? Can anyone remind me? I think we are discussing about data types, variables, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll continue the section from there itself. Just give me. Okay, we are discussing completely about variables. Okay. So I told you once opening the file, you need to connect to the server. Okay, you just need to connect with the server. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed a lot of things, right? Like we discussed about the variables and like the variables information we have done with the data types, how it will be saving in the memory, and how we can call from the memory. And let's say after that, how what is the purpose of using the type option? So all these things, like all these things, we have clearly discussed in the last section. So today I will continue in this particular file so that completely variables concept will be done. Variables concept will be done. Today, what I'm going to discuss here is rules to create a variable, guys. Okay, rules to create a variable. So I already told you, like in the last section, if you see, every time I'm writing something like like every time I'm writing the variable a only. I'm not writing any other thing. Okay. So and I already told you it will override. So in the same variable, in the same place, if for example, first if you're writing a is equals to 10, after in the next cell, in the next box, if you're writing a is equals to 50, 10 is going to override with the 50. 10 is going to override with 50. Simple. Okay. 10 is going to override with 50. But my question is, why, sir, why every time you're writing A, or sometimes you're writing B, or sometimes you're writing C? So why you are doing only these things? The point here is there are some rules to create a variable. There are some rules that you need to understand to create a variable. What are the rules? There are four different rules, I'm telling you. There are four different rules. There are four rules. Okay? There are four rules to need to follow to create a variable. There are four rules need to follow to create a variable. Okay. What are the four rules? Rule number one. Okay. Rule number one. Rule number one. What is rule number one? What is rule number one? Variable should not start with a number. Most important. If you want to start with a number, if you want to start with a number, please use underscore. Please use underscore. Most important rules. Everyone, please note it down. Maintain the notebooks, I'm telling you. Okay, rule number one, variable should not start with a number. If you want to start with a number, please use underscore. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it? So let's say, for example, if any person, writing something like this, let's say, for example, if I write a equal to 50, fine, that's not an issue. If I write 90A is equals to 200. If I write something like this, what happens? I already told you, when you see the equal to, when you see equal to, the right side operation, we carry very specific. If you see the equal to, you need to keep only one thing in mind. You need to keep only one thing in mind. What is that? A right side operation will be given to the left side. Right side operations will be given to the left side, which means the value 200 will be given to the 90A. 90A. Very, very simple logic. Very, very simple logic. Okay. Who does all these things? Equal to will do. Equal to will take the right side value, will give to the left side variable. Already we have discussed these things. Okay. Our right side is an integer, but in the place of variable, we know this is a variable. We know this is an operator, and of course we know this is an, of course we know this number, whatever the number that we are seeing is an integer. But if you see the variable is starting with a number. Variable is starting with a number. So variable should not start with a number. If you start the variable with a number, the Python won't accept. See, I'm going to implement rule number one. I'm going to implement rule number one. If I write 90A is equals to 200, according to my knowledge, I mean, imagine I'm a fresher, for example. What I will think, first line will save in the memory, will save in the memory. Second line, user wants to print this one, save in the memory, calling from the memory. Calling from the memory. So what I am thinking, okay, I'm writing a variable like 90A is a variable. I'm keeping 200, which means, let's say 200 I'm giving to the variable, fine. But my question here is, in the left side, the variable is a number starting with a number. So in the first line itself, I told Python is a line by line execution. In the first line itself, you are going to get an error. What error you will get? In the first line, you are not following the rule. See, I'm going to tell you one more point here. I'm going to tell you one more point, that is, if you are going to get the error in the first line, it is not possible to go to the second line. It is not possible to go to the second line. Why? Because if there is error in the first line, if you go to the second line, means how from where this will come? It is not possible like that. So if there is an error in the first line, there itself it will stop. There itself it will stop. Okay. So here it will stop and it won't go to the second line. Keep that in mind. Now see, if I run this one, if I run this particular one, what happens? See, very to be precise, like if you want to become a proper data analyst or data scientist, you need to understand the error in a very, very better way. Okay. What is the error? Don't be worried. If you are getting error, means you should not worry at all. So where should be your focus is in line number one. Okay. In line number one, we are getting error. Okay. What is the error? So it is clearly telling, see, it is clear, a pop-up is coming here. If you see here, like a symbol is coming here. And what that symbol say, where you are getting that one? Here. Exactly here you are getting the error. And what error? What is the type? Syntax error, which means user is not following the rule here. Syntax error you are getting here, which means user is not following the rule here. User is not following the rule. So immediately what you have to do, you need to go there and you need to solve the issue. You need to go there and you need to solve the issue. That's why I'm telling you, a variable should not start with a number. You are starting with a number, it is not possible. So in the first line itself, you are getting error. In the first line, if you have the elements, it won't give the access to the second line. It won't give the access to the second line. Okay. Now, another point also I have written. If you want to start with a number, please use underscore. So what is the meaning of it? For example, if you write like this, if you write 90A equal to 200, you are starting with a number. It is not possible. It is not possible. But if I write like underscore 90A is equals to 200. You are now see the starting one is not a number. Starting one is not a number. It is an underscore. So that is possible. That's why variable should not start with a number. If you want to start with a number, please use underscore. So few people will have fantasy. No, sir, I will use underscore only. So see, underscore. I'm going to write underscore 90A. Underscore 90A equal to 200. Print A. I already told you first line is nothing but will save in the memory. Will save in the memory. What is the second line? Second line is nothing but calling from the memory. So now what happens if you run this cell, if you run this particular box, what happens? So in the memory underscore 90A is equals to 200 will save in the memory. In the second line, print will go inside the memory. It will check where the variable is. Yes, the variable is here. It will call and it will print in front of you. 90A is holding 200 and that 200 will be printing in front of you. Simple, like in the last class how I told you, same thing. First line saves in the memory, second line call from the memory. It's not A, it's underscore 90A. Underscore 90A. See, this is working. This is working. Guys, understood rule number one, everyone?
Sir, can we use
Yes, sir.
decimal values also after the underscore?
Decimal values. So 90.2. This is what you're asking, right?
Yes, sir.
Underscore 90.2. Are you getting a warning here? Yes or no? And you need to consider one thing. I think you know one point here is punctuations are also not, we should not use as a variable. The dot is a punctuation or not? Dot is a punctuation only, no, here. Dot, comma, full stop, all these things. So that's why it won't accept. Okay. So this is rule number one. Next, rule number two. Next, rule number two. What is the rule number two? Rule number two. Rule number two. Variable should be in single word. Variable should be in single word. Multiple words. Multiple words. Variable should be in a single word. Multiple words won't be. Multiple words won't be accepted. Accepted. If needed, please use underscore. If needed, please use underscore. What is the meaning of that? Let's say this is the second rule. Rule number one is here and rule number two I am going to tell you. Variable should be a single word, which means, for example, guys, if I write like this, you tell me Sai Kiran is equals to 200. Okay, I'm writing like this, for example, and I am thinking this is an integer, this is an operator, this is a variable. Okay, 200 you are giving to Sai. Okay, then what about Kiran? According to you, you are a human being. You know that it is a name. That it is a name. But other people they don't know. I mean, computer can't know. No? Like it's a Sai Kiran is a name. But how the computer will treat? Computer will treat like Sai is different and Kiran is different. Two different words are there. But you are giving only 200 to the Sai. What about Kiran? Do the Kiran is getting anything? No, he is not getting anything. So here two different words are there. Two different words are there. Word 1 and word 2. Two different words, but you are passing one value. It is not possible, I am telling. It is not possible. See, for example, Sai Kiran is equals to 200. Sai Kiran is equals to 200. So print Sai Kiran. That's what I'm saying. For same story, first line will save in the memory. First line will save in the memory. Second line calling from the memory. Calling from the memory. But see, when you run the cell, line by line execution, but in the first line itself, you are not following the rule here. If you not follow the rule, what happens, guys? If you don't follow the rule, what happens? Tell me. It will throw error. Yes or no? It will throw error. Definitely it will throw error. So see where you are getting the error exactly here. So there are two different words. How can you create, I mean, how can you give a single word? The meaning of how can you give a single value to two different words? That's why it is showing highlighted here. It is highlighting here, and it is telling me syntax error. And it is telling me syntax error. Syntax error means not following the rule. Simple. But variable should be in a single should sorry, I think should not be. Why I have written should not be in single word. Multiple words won't be allowed. I think I have written variable. Sorry, variable should be in single word. Okay, multiple words should won't be accepted because you are writing multiple words here. Cyclen is a multiple words, two different words are there. It is not possible. If needed, please use underscore. If needed, please use underscore. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? So let's say if I write Sai Kiran is equals to 200. This is not possible, two different words. This is not possible, two different words. But 200 if I give to the Sai Kiran, it is not possible. But what I will do, I will write underscore. I will just write underscore, guys. Underscore I will write. So if I write underscore, what happens? You tell me. So this is one word and this is another word. Two different words I am adding with a two different words I am making. I mean, I'm adding them with the help of underscore. So they becomes one word. It's like a bridge between two different words. Sai underscore Kiran is equals to 200. So now see, it becomes under single word because the underscore is connecting two different words and it is making them into one. It is making them into one. Okay. Now, if you see here, let's say Sai underscore Kiran is equals to 200. So let's say print Sai underscore Kiran. Of course, I'm not going to write again in the, right? First line, it will be saving in the memory, and the second line, calling from the memory. Okay. Now see, there will be no issue because it's a single word. It's a single word. If I run it, you see, first line saving in the memory, second line you are calling, so it is printing. It's printing. This is possible. This is rule number 2. Rule number 2. Guys, understood? Rule number 2, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Next.
Sir?
Yes,
Hello,
yes, please.
sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sorry, if you put more names, that means Sai, Kiran, Kishore, like that one. Then how many multi underscores you have to put?
Everything, every word one underscore, buddy. Let's say, suppose if I want to write Sai, Kiran, Kumar, and let's say Tamil is equals to 200. Okay. So now 200 you are saving in a single variable. All this becomes under single word only. I mean, don't think it's a. Imagine in a computer view. Computer will take it as a single variable. How many words you have doesn't matter. You are connecting with them underscore, no?
Okay.
Connecting them with underscore. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is rule number 2. Rule number 3. Okay. Rule number 3. Rule number 3. What is rule number 3? Rule number 3 is Python variables are case sensitive. Python variables are case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? Case sensitive means nothing but it is
Capital or small
capital.
letters.
Yes, capital letters or small letters. I will write here. Case sensitive means capital letters and small letters. Okay. Case sensitive means capital letters or small letters. So what I will do, I will make a line here. So case sense case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? It is nothing but capital or small letters. So now I will tell you. Listen very careful. This is most important content. Most important. Let's say, for example, I'm going to take this as a memory. Imagine this is memory. Imagine this is memory. I'm going to write one line. I'm going to write city is equals to California. Suppose I am writing city equals to California. Okay. First line will save in the memory. First line will save in the memory. For every line, I will write the comment because you are very in the initial stage. So you just started Python now. That's why these many times I'm writing the comment. After completing 3 to 4 concepts, I'm not going to write the comments because same story. But in the initial stage, I'm writing for every line. Okay, no worries in that. Now print city. Print city, which means calling from the memory. Now see here, let's say in the first line it will save in the memory. How it will save? Tell me. How it will save? City is equals to California. City is equals to California. This is the first line. How it saved? In the second line, see in the second line, you want to call and you want to print capital city. See the when you save in the memory, it is a small letter city. Now you want to print capital city. What print will do? Print will go inside the memory. Print will go inside the memory and it will check where is capital city. Where is capital city? So here small city is there. Here small letters are there, but these are not capital letters. So the print is checking for where is capital city. Capital city is not there. Capital city is not there. That's what I'm telling. As a human beings, we know English, so we have the relation with capital letters and small letters. But for the computers, everything is a binary formats. 0, 1, 1, 0, like this only. The information will be saved. The information will be saved. Okay. So when you save the variable, when you take the variable in the small letters, you need to call them with small letters only. You can't call them with the capital letters. Okay, because small letter is different, capital letter is different according to the Python concept, according to the Python language. So they do have dot of difference. Sudarshan is asking me one question. Can we use underscore before the letters? Also, will I get same results, sir? Can we use underscore before the letters? I didn't understand your question, Sudarshan. Okay.
So
Hi, Tawheed, like your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking for me, Tawheed.
number before we have put right, sir. So the number we have used underscore right before to as like variable. So does that same apply to the alphabet also? He's asking.
Okay. So if you want to write underscore, okay, let's do that also. No worries in that. Let's say as of now, for example, we are writing small letters. Small letters is saving in the memory, and you are calling capital letters. According to the computer, small letters is different and capital letter is different. Small and capital, it will think in a different way. It will think in a different way. Small means small and capital means capital. So now you see here, when you are calling, like print will go inside the memory, it is in search of the capital city. Capital city is not there. Not there means what output you will get. Capital city is not there. What Python will tell you, Name, name capital city is not defined. This will be your error. To be a professional developer or a data scientist or analyst, you need to understand the error. First line saving in the memory, but in the second line you want to call and you want to print capital city, but capital city is not there in the memory. That's what it is telling. Name capital city, whatever the name that you are calling, name capital city you are calling, no, the name capital city is not defined. It is not there in the memory. If it is not there in the memory, how can you call? See, if I run it, name capital city is not defined. Name capital city is not defined, which means it is not available in the memory. Now, as you asked, let's say I'm going to copy. Let's say I'm going to come here and I'm going to keep underscore for that. And I'm also going to keep underscore for that. Two different underscores I'm keeping. Okay. Now point is, let's say here, how it will save in the memory? It will save like underscore cities, underscore small city. Here, when you, what you are calling underscore capital city, underscore is matching. CITY, capital CITY is not matching. No? For example, let's say you do only one thing, one logic I will tell you. Open a new cell here. Here I am writing Kiran is equals to 55.55. Okay. Print Kiran. Now what happens? First line of course will save in the memory. Okay. Second line you are calling from the memory. Here Kiran is there. Here also Kiran only, but only one letter changes. No. Will it work? Will it work? It won't work because all small should be small. Here also see underscore CITY underscore and small letters. Underscore capital CITY not matching. No, both of them are. So if you run, what happens? See, getting error or not? It is not there in the memory. So Python variables are case sensitive. So if you have the name in the memory, for example, if I write city is equals to Texas, cities is equals to Texas, print city. First line will save in the memory, print will go and search for the city will be available in the memory. That's why it is calling and printing in front of you. Guys, understood? Rule number 3, all of you. I hope everyone understood rule number 1, rule
Yes,
number
sir.
2, and rule number 3.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, what is rule number 4?
Sir, rule number 2 is also like as a rule number 3, na sir? Because in rule number 3 we are putting case sensitive, and rule number 2 is a case sensitive or a normal underscore. That means for giving names.
That is, Amar, like what I'm saying is, let's say Sai, Kiran,
Okay.
for example. Okay, these are two different words. This is not possible as a variable. If you use the underscore, this is a word, no?
Yes,
A
sir.
single word, no? Now, when you want to call, you need to use Sai underscore Kiran only. What I'm saying is, what variable you are taking, exactly you need to use the same variable to call
Same
from the
variable.
memory.
Okay.
That's what. Suppose if you write here, let's say anything you write, like for example, if you see in whatever you write in the variable, in the place of variable, what you write, you need to use the same variable to for calling purpose. Exactly. Understood?
Okay.
That is rule number 3. Let's discuss about rule number 4 or rule number 4. Now for that, I will just give a minute. Just I will copy 1 second. Just give me a minute. I will correct all the things here, but I think I'm very poor in spellings. Mm, don't worry, in upcoming sections we'll discuss all this. But I want okay, come here. What is rule number 4? Rule number 4 here. Rule number 4. Rule number 4. Don't use this punctuations. Don't use these punctuations as a variable. For example, I'm writing like this. So these punctuations, whatever the punctuations that I mentioned here, whatever the punctuations that I mentioned here, you should not use them as a variable. Any symbol you take, for example, let's say if I use the dollar symbol, if I use, let's say, the dollar symbol. So dollar symbol I'm writing, and I'm going to write 45.55. Print dollar. Print dollar. So according to the first line, what happens? Will save in the memory. Okay. According to the second line, calling from the memory. Okay. So first line should save in the memory. Second line, call from the memory. But what happens? See, what you are using in the place of variable, you are using a punctuations. So in the first line itself, you are going to get a error. The first line itself, you're going to get a error. See, invalid syntax. Syntax error. The error is important. You need to understand the error I'm telling you. If you see here what it is telling, syntax error, which means user is not following the syntax. Where he is not following, in the place of here, which means here you're not following the syntax, and the line number also it is mentioned. Line number also it is clearly mentioned. So that is how you need to understand. These are the rules, guys. These are the rules to create a variable. So 4 rules. Now that's why every time I'm writing a, if I write a is equals to 25, or else if I write a is equals to 55.55. Let's say, for example, if I write a is equals to Texas, okay, anything if I write, let's check the rules. Rule number 1, do I am starting with a number, guys? No. Rule number 2, do I am giving different words? I'm just giving a single letter. That is also, so I mean, rule number 2 also I'm breaking, rule number 1 also I'm giving. Rule number 3, of course, I will save in the memory, and I will call from the memory with the small letters only. Case sensitive also, I will follow the case sensitive also. Rule number 4, this is not a punctuation. This is not a punctuation. All the rules I'm breaking down. All the rules I'm breaking down. And also the safe side is, a lot of people what they will think is, sir, from the morning 7 o'clock you started working, evening 11 o'clock till evening 11 you are taking the work. Suppose, yeah, every time you are using, suppose, sir, every time you are writing a, first you have written, I mean, at the morning 7 o'clock you have written a is equals to 25. Okay, a is equals to 25. It is saved in the memory. Okay, sir, in the 8 o'clock you are writing 45.55. 45. Again, will it create again another memory? It won't create another memory. So if it create another memory means it's a memory waste. It's a memory waste. But what I will do? It's a memory waste now. So what I will do here? Automatically it will override. Same memory. 7 o'clock you are writing. 8 o'clock whatever you are writing in the same variable, it will override. Memory is not wasting. Same memory. Suppose if I write a is equals to Texas, of course in the place of 45.55, Texas will come. Texas will come. It will override. That's why every time why sir, why you are using A, B, C means mostly I will use A. Why? Because it will override the itself. Memory, it won't waste the memory. It won't waste the memory for me. That's why I'm taking every time A when I'm teaching. Guys, I hope you understood the Python, the data types, the variables, the rules to create the variable, how to save in the memory, everything. Am I right? Is there any doubts, guys, still here? Is there any doubts? Now,
Sir,
now, variable specifications. I'm telling you one thing. Why, sir, why you're taking these many sections on variable? If the root is good in Python, then only you can do the advanced Python. Keep my points. A lot of people, I don't know why they will, 10 days they will learn Python. Few students in 10 days, they will tell me like Python is completed. Python will take 30 days of time. To be precise, like if you clearly learn, it will take a very good time, but you need to learn from the scratch. So let's say variable specification, which means, so what is the meaning of variable specifications? Variable specification. See guys, I will tell you one thing. I'm writing here a equal to 25. What is a variable? Variable is like a surname, I'm telling you. Variable is, I already told you, variable is like a surname. If anybody calls you with your surname, with your house name, automatically you will respond. So imagine a is equals to 25. Okay, just generally we will discuss. This is a integer operator variable, we know. Imagine, I already told you, this is me, for example. This is me. This is my family name. If anyone, like for example, print A, what is the meaning of that? Somebody is calling A, A means somebody is calling my surname. Automatically I will respond. That's why I'm getting as an output, yes or no? That's why the output is 25, because if anybody calls my surname, I will respond. That is the relation here. My question is, okay, this is your family name. This is your, this is you. What is your house name? Like house number? What is the house number? Which means very, very entry point question. If I write A is equals to 25, A equal to 25, this will save in the memory that everyone knows. A equal to 25, it is saving in the memory. Fine. Okay, A is a variable holding 25. If anybody calls A is a surname, no? If anybody calls the variable is holding 25, you will get the output 25. That is fine. My question is, everything in the computer language, will be having the ID number. ID means, let's say for example, for the RAM, ID number will be there. One ID. For the motherboard, ID number will be there. For the CPU, ID number will be there. For the hard disk, ID number will be there. Generally, you go to the classroom, any classroom, like it's a BTech or degree or intermediate or any classroom you go. Why every student will have the roll number? What is the purpose of keeping the roll number? For identification, yes or no? If there is no roll number, let's say for example, there is a IIT Delhi. Under IIT Delhi, how many students will learn? If there is no roll number, how can I guess? So like that, identification should be there. Because this is RAM, I know that. This is RAM, I know that. In my RAM, not only variable, not only this one variable. So I am writing the marker in front of you. So the marker software will be also there on top of RAM. And I'm using the Zoom. Zoom software will be Zoom software I'm using now. So Zoom will be there on top of the RAM. Okay, I'm using my headphones. So headphones driver will be also there. Okay, headphones driver will be there. Mozilla Firefox software will be activated. Mozilla Firefox software will be also on top of the RAM. How many things I am using? These many things will be on top of the RAM. Everything which is on top of the RAM will be having an ID number. For example, here the family name, me, my family name. But what about my house number? ID, address, we call them as address. So for everything we will have the address. Even when a variable is saving in the memory, for that particular variable, we will be having the address, one address. So what is that address? Let's say, let me write two things. A is equals to 100 and B is equals to 500. I am writing two different things. Of course, they will save in the memory. So imagine first line will save in the memory. A equal to 100. Okay, this is saved in the memory. Second line, B equal to 500. B equal to 500. This also saving in the memory. Okay, this is me. my family name, my family address, like my home address, some address will be there. This is my friend, his surname and his address. Every variable will be having the address. I'm telling you. That is what we will call them as specification. Specifically in the RAM, you know, like how much size it occupies. It's occupying 32-bit. That's okay. It is occupying 32-bit. This is also occupying 32-bit. I'm not talking about the size. I'm talking about where it in the 16 GB RAM where they are lying. What is their address? What is their address? Okay, so that's what variable specification. So now see, I'm going to write A is equals to 25, 20. B is equals to 50. Okay, A is equals to 20, B is equals to 50. Now I want to print. In front of you guys. What I want to print? Let's say I want to print the address. So don't write, sir, I want the address of A. This is not possible. Okay, you should not write like I want the address of A. No. So what I'm writing, see, I want to find the address of A. Address, how you can find? Address can be found with the help of ID. Address you can find with the help of a keyword known as an ID. So ID of A. What is the address of the variable A? If you are opening the parenthesis, you need to close the parenthesis. Sir, why you are using only parenthesis? Why you are not using square bracket? Means this is the rules that we need to follow while we are learning the Python programming language. Okay. So I want to find the address of A. Okay. That address will come. But that particular address I need to print in front of you. So that's why I'm keeping in the print. Open the print. Close the print. Okay. ID of A. Again. Print ID of B. Print ID of B. Now see what is happening. Same. First line saving in the memory. Second line saving in the memory. Fine. Third line print. ID of A. The variable A is having what address? What is address number? And B also what is the address number? If I just run it, see, you see here, A address is 69200. Last 4 digits I'm discussing. Because if you see, almost till here everything is same. Only last 5 is changes. A address is 69200. B address is 70160. Two different variables, two different address. Everything whatever is saving on top of the RAM will be having their own addresses. I'm telling you, will be having their own addresses. Clear? So this is variable specifications. Means how to find the IDs. Now the last part in the variable. Exactly how it saves in the memory. Exactly how it's in many interviews I face this question. Exactly how it saves in the memory. For example, if I'm writing 25, we know it will save in the memory. Okay. Print A, which means calling from the memory. Okay, calling from the memory. These two lines, you know how it works, we know, but on the back end, what is happening? On the back end, which you can't see mainly, but you need to keep in mind because these are the things which you are going to ask in interviews. This is RAM. Okay, first line will save in the memory. I told you, comment will be not considered, space will be not at all considered, only code will be considered. First line is going and saving in the memory. A is equals to 25. Okay, this is occupying, it's an integer. This is occupying 32 bits. Sir, this is how it saves? This is how it saves in the memory? No, wrong. This is not how it saves. For understanding purpose, you just imagine like this. But if you want to learn exactly, sir, how it saves in the memory, take a very big box. And first line is saving in the memory. This is RAM. First line is saving in the memory. A is equals to A equal to, okay, instead of writing this. So guys, 25 is what, integer only, no? Integer means what? How many bits? 32 bits of memory. Am I right? Integer means what? 32 bits of
32 bits of
Ma-
memory, sir.
Okay. How the computer works? Computer works with zeros and ones. How many of you know? Am I right? Computer completely treats the data in the form of zeros and ones. Okay.
Binary
So
language, sir.
yes, binary language. So this 32 bits, I mean the 25, the value 25, how it saves in the memory exactly? 0, 1, 1, 1, something like this. Some code will come like this. Okay, 0. Some code will come. Total 32 will be there. 32 boxes should come like this. This is how exactly it saves in the memory. And when you call A, so this is encoding. 25 will be encoded in this way. And when you call, this will be decoded. This will be decoded and will be coming to here. Okay, this will be encoded and this will be decoded. So 25 will save in this way, and this one will be decoded and will coming back by 25. Will be coming like a 25. Okay, this is complete concepts about data types, variables, or rules to create the variable specifications, how exactly they will save in the variable. Guys, still here, if you have any doubts, you ask me. So I will rename the file here. I will rename the file Python. This is data types, variables, completely data types and variables. Let me go to the file option. Let me save it. Whatever the work that I have done till now in this particular file, I am saving. Okay, I am saving. So this topic is completed. Now come back. So total one concept, data types and variables, is available in this particular file. Data types and variables is available in this particular file. Okay, now here also what I will do is, for your purpose, I will do one more thing. Let's say, for example, I will create many folders. For example, Kamal classwork. So whatever the work that I am doing in front of you in the classroom, like in the class, I'm writing the code. Now those things will be here. Materials, PPTs, examples. Okay, examples and examples, work, material, PPTs. Okay, now this what I will do is I will keep it the Kamal classroom. Let's do one thing. Organized move. Okay, now see guys, what I'm going to do is, if you go here, daily whatever the work that I'm doing will be available here. See, so this is available here. Now today we completed one concept. Now the file, what the concept, the file which I have written in front of you is here. Okay, is here. Come back. Okay, it is available here. Next, in the PPT, what was the concept that we completed? Data types and variables. Every concept you will get the PPT, I'm telling you. Every concept you will get the PPT. I think somewhere there it is. I will explain you for a while. I don't know exactly, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. So see the data types, Python introduction, data types, variables, and operators are also there. We'll discuss those things, don't worry. But I'm uploading the PPT. Why I am uploading the PPT? There will be few people who are very much interested in the PPT representations, and also to getting to note down everything in the notebooks. They will use the PPT. So how we created the PPT? Let's say, for example, Python introduction. Let me explain the materials, like how we will maintain, so that it will be easy for you to from the next. Okay. So all the information, like it's an introduction, no? So you can go through the introduction part. We have done all these things. Uh, like what is the Python features, applications of Python, how to download and install. See, already we discussed, no? So those things I clearly mentioned here, and I take the screenshots also, like how to download, how to click, how the pop-up will come, and I clearly mention here this one to add. Okay. Next, after that, let's say for example, yeah, setup, how to I mean, once you click on the install, it will be set up and it will be installed successfully. And after that, running Python, how to run Python, and how to check. See here, if you type Python, if you're getting the outcome something like this, that means the software is available in your laptop. Okay. And if you go to here and running Python, like, okay, so this is the introduction part, like, and if you see the data types, let's say data types, introduction, sorry, data, not data science, data types and variables. So this also we have done very clearly. You go through it, like whatever the things that is there, place everything maintained in the notebook. I don't think that we have computer now, sir. Every time we have the laptop now, everything I will maintain in the drive. So all useless, I'm telling you, should be in the notebook. When every content is in the notebook, it is easy to carry to somewhere. When don't think only for today, after 7 years or after 10 years, if you want to go to the interview, definitely, I'm telling you, definitely you will be learning all the things again. So we also, everyone, okay. So if I want to go to the interview again, what we will do, we'll open the notebooks, we'll study everything once again. So maintain all the things in the notebook. So data types is mentioned here. Go through the data types, like Python. See, variable declaration, how to give the variable, how to assign the variables, the data type, everything, lot of information. See how to write the integer, float, string, all the things I mentioned, and operators will discuss in upcoming sections. Don't worry. So this is the PPTs that I am uploaded. You go to the here. So PPTs are there here. Okay. So whatever the work that I have done is available here, and PPT is available here. Now there are two different folders. So today I completed Python data types and variables. Now let's come back. If I come back here, there is a examples folder. Go to the examples folder. In the example folder, what I will do, I will upload a file. What file you are going to upload, sir? I am going to upload the examples file. Okay. See here, Python variables and float. Two files I am uploading. Okay. So today we discussed the power variables concept. Now, so here, how many examples I have given? 4 rules, 4 examples I have given. 4 rules, 4 examples. But if you just go to here and if you open this one, same concept we discuss, but with many examples, they will be available here. They will be available. Lot of examples you see here. Lot of examples. You can sit and practice without wasting time. Like, see how many examples with everything is commented. Lot of stuff we have done. See, you can sit and practice. Okay. So that's why I'm telling, like, concepts will be done in the class along with what 2 to 3 examples. Same concept examples will be available in this folder. You can just use them to learn the things. And material, what is the purpose of using this material? Well, let me open my one notebook. Let me open my one notebook. If I open my one notebook, let's say for example, I don't know where is Python. I think, just give me a minute. Somewhere I created. Okay, so see this concepts in Python. Yeah. So this file is the written file. Along with this file, and this also I think I have discussed if I'm not wrong. So these two files I have done right in front of you. So these two files, the written files also will be uploading there. So somewhere I will save them. Okay, or else somewhere I will do evening 8. Okay, I will go to evening. Here what I will do, Python end to end. Somewhere I will create here Python what? History. The file name is history. Okay, the file name is history. Next, there is another file, concepts in Python. Uh, this one, this file also. So this particular file also, I will click on it. I will click on print, and I will be taking what I will be taking data types. Okay, so two files I have saved now. So those two things I will upload here. Those two things, what I will do, I will be uploading here. So let me come here. Let me go here. Let me done. So this is how our drives will be maintained. All the materials will be available in the drive and the recording also. Now today I will give the access now itself. Okay. Everything will be maintained, and here a new folder will be created properly, and they will be giving the recordings also. Don't worry about that. Okay. So these are the materials and all the stuff, guys. Still here, any doubts you can ask me. So in the next section, we are going to learn the new and yes, please.
Sir, how to say answer for definition? How to say in interview, sir, for the definition of how to save in the memory?
నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు, మళ్ళీ అడగండి ఒకసారి.
అంటే ఇందాక చెప్పారు కదా సార్, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ హౌ ఇట్ సేవ్ ఇన్ ద మెమరీ అనే దానికి మనం డెఫినేషన్ ఏం చెప్పాలి సార్?
How it saves in the memory. So exactly, if we are not only a variable, like if we want to save any, what should be our answer mainly. So let's say if we want to save any data into the memory, if we want to say any data into the memory, definitely computer saves the data in the binary format only. So a integer will be having 32 bits of memory. So 32 boxes will be coming. Every box will be having a binary value. Either it might be 1 and it might be 0. So they will ask you, so can you tell me that 32 numbers, 32 boxes, every box one number? It is impossible. So it is not in our hands. The CPU will be alternatively, it is in binary language, will be taken care by the CPU.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
హలో
So, Amar, please.
సార్ ఇది డ్రైవ్ అనేది ఇది ఎలా ఓపెన్ చేయాలి సార్, మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడానికి ఎలా ఓపెన్ సార్?
మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి అడగండి, గట్టిగా అడగండి ఒకసారి.
సార్ ఈ డ్రైవ్ ఇప్పుడు మన గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ లో మీరు ఇలాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేపిస్తాం కదా సార్, అది నాకు ఇక్కడ అవ్వట్లేదు, ఎలా చేయాలి సార్? అది పైథాన్ అయితే ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశాను.
అంటే డ్రైవ్ లో అంటే ఇక్కడ మీకు వర్క్ చేయడం తెలియట్లేదా, లేకపోతే లింక్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఏం చేయాలో అర్థం కావట్లేదా?
అంటే పైథాన్ అయితే ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశాను సార్, దాన్ని ఎలా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలో తెలియట్లేదు సార్. అంటే ఎలా ఓపెన్ చేయాలి ఏంటి అని ఎక్కడ
కొలాబ్ లో ఎలా ఓపెన్ చేయాలో తెలియట్లేదా ఇక్కడ ఆన్లైన్ లో?
అవునవును సార్, ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూపించారు కదా సార్ ఇలా ఇక్కడ అని సార్, ఇలా గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ మనం చెప్పారు కదా సార్, డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేసి దానికి ఎలాగ లింక్ చేయాలో అది తెలియట్లేదు సార్.
ఓకే, మీ ల్యాప్టాప్ ముందే ఉన్నారా?
ఉన్నా సార్, ఉన్నా సార్, ల్యాప్టాప్ లోనే చూస్తాను ప్రస్తుతం.
I will make you the host. Can you share the screen?
స్క్రీన్ ఎలా సార్ షేర్ చేయాలి?
కింద షేర్ స్క్రీన్ ఉంటుంది చూడండి.
అంటే ఇక్కడ సార్ మన జూమ్ లోనా సార్?
జూమ్ లో షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని ఉంటుంది, మీకు యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చాను నేను. కింద షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని ఉంటుంది.
షేర్ స్క్రీన్, ఓకే సార్.
షేర్ చేయండి. షేర్ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ అని కొట్టండి.
ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ దాన్ని ఓపెన్ చేయాలి సార్. ఓకే సార్, చేశాను.
మీరు డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి అమ్మా.
గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ సార్?
డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేయాలి. ఎస్.
ఓకే, ఓపెన్ చేయండి. ఇక్కడ మనం లాగిన్ అవ్వాలి సార్, ఇది మెయిల్ ఏది ఓపెన్ చేస్తాం.
నార్మల్ గా ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఒక్కసారి మీ యాక్సెస్ తీసుకోవచ్చా? మీరు ఓకే కొడితే నాకు యాక్సెస్ వస్తుంది, నేను
ఓకే
స్క్రీన్
సార్, ఓకే
ఆపరేట్
సార్,
చేయొచ్చు.
చేయండి సార్, పర్లేదు సార్.
సో ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళండి. మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఎప్పుడైనా ఏం చేయాలంటే డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేయాలి. ఒకటి డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనం డైరెక్ట్ డ్రైవ్ లోకి వెళ్తే అది లాగిన్స్ అడిగిద్ది కొన్ని టైమ్స్. మీరు జీమెయిల్ ఓపెన్ చేసుకోండి. సో వన్స్ యూ ఓపెన్ ద జీమెయిల్, సో మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. జీమెయిల్లో యూ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ద టాప్ రైట్. మీరు ఇక్కడ టాప్ రైట్ లో ఇక్కడ క్లిక్ చేసేసి ఆ మెయిల్ ఆ ఐడి మీద ఉన్న డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి.
ఓకే,
మనకు అప్పుడు మెయిల్తో అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే, నేను డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేశాను. డ్రైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఎప్పుడన్నా మనం ఇక్కడ హోమ్ అనే ఒక ఆప్షన్ లో ఉన్నాం. ఓకే, సో మనం ఎప్పుడైనా ఏం చేయాలంటే మై డ్రైవ్ లోకి వెళ్ళాలి. మై డ్రైవ్ మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తాను, అవునా? సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నానంటే మీకోసం ఒక ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఓకే, నేను ఏం క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాను? పైథాన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అని సంథింగ్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాను.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే,
మనం
సో
ఏదైనా
మీరే
క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు సార్, ఎనీ ఫోల్డర్ అయినా.
మీరు ఏదైనా చేసుకోండి. సో నేను ఇక్కడ ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను, లోపలికి వెళ్ళాం. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి అంటే మీరు ఏమైనా వర్క్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు. సో ఏం చేయాలి? మనకి ఐడియల్లీ కావాలి.
ఓకే సార్.
సో ఐడియల్లీ కావాలంటే మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? నార్మల్ గా మీరు ఇక్కడ రైట్ క్లిక్ చేసి మీరు ఇక్కడ మోర్ మీదకి వెళ్తే మీకు ఇక్కడ చూడండి కనిపించట్లేదు, అవునా?
అవును సార్,
నేను డైరెక్ట్ కనిపించదని చెప్పాను నేను. మీరు కొత్తగా చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి కనెక్ట్ మోర్ యాప్స్ మీద కొట్టేసి మీరు ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళాం. ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత కొలాబరేటర్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి. క్లిక్ చేసి ఇక్కడ మీకు ఇన్స్టాల్ అని చూపిస్తుంది. ఓకే, క్లిక్ చేయండి, దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేయండి.
ఇది ఎక్స్ట్రా ఫైల్. అదే ఇంతవరకు వెళ్ళాను సార్, డ్రైవ్ వరకు వెళ్ళాను, కానీ ఇది నాకు తెలియట్లేదు అది ఎలా వచ్చిందని చెప్పేసి.
ఇక్కడ ఓకే, ఇదే మీ అకౌంట్, అది యాక్సెస్ అడుగుతుంది. అక్కడ క్లిక్ చేసి కంటిన్యూ అని కొట్టేస్తే హైలీ సెక్యూర్డ్, దెర్ ఇస్ నో నీడ్ టు వరీ. అయిపోయింది, డన్. ఓకే ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఇంటూ కొట్టేసేయండి. కొట్టేసి డైరెక్ట్ చూస్తే రాదు, ఒకసారి రిఫ్రెష్ కొట్టుకోవాలి. వన్స్ వీ నీడ్ టు రిఫ్రెష్ దెమ్. ఓకే, నౌ if you see in your Google Drive, you are in the Google Drive, you created a folder. In the created folder, if you right click on it, if you go to the more option, can you see the Google Colab?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay, so Mirala, how you will practice? For example, you are the student now. How you will practice is create another folder here. Create another folder, Python. మీకు ఇంకా ఈజీగా ఉండాలంటే Python. ఆర్ ఎల్స్ మీరు డైరెక్ట్ గా ఇది యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. మీకు యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తాను కదా, అంటే నేను యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తాను కదా మీకు, డ్రైవ్ యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తాను కదా నాది, అది మీకు షేర్డ్ విత్ మీలో ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, మాకు ఆల్రెడీ షేర్డ్ విత్ మీలో ఉంటుంది. ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చినట్టున్నారు ఏంటో. ఓకే, రికార్డింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి అనుకుంటే ఇక్కడ చూడండి. సో నేను ఏం చేస్తానంటే వీటిల్లో ఇప్పుడు మీ ముందు పెట్టాను కదా, ఆల్ ద మెటీరియల్స్, పీపీటీ మెటీరియల్, ఎగ్జాంపుల్, క్లాస్ వర్క్, ఐ విల్ అప్లోడ్ హియర్. I will upload here. So Mika drive, you will be getting the drive access. So go to the shared with loki velte we have to share the drive access. So మీరు దాంట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయారు అనుకోండి, మీకు వీడియోస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏమీ లేవు. ఎందుకంటే నేను నా పర్సనల్ డ్రైవ్ లో పెట్టాను. ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ అయిపోయాక విల్ అప్లోడ్ దేర్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, గాట్ మై పాయింట్?
yes sir, ఎనీ టైం మనం ఓపెన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా సార్?
మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, మీరు ఏమైనా చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, సో మీరు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఒక ఫైల్ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తున్నాను, నా ఫైల్స్ ఇక్కడ ఉంటాయి. మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలంటే నా ఫైల్స్ చూస్తూ మీ దాంట్లోకి వచ్చి మీ ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయి జస్ట్ గో హియర్, క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఇట్, గో టు ద మోర్ ఆప్షన్, కొలాబ్, అంటే నాకు చూసుకుంటా ఉండండి, మీరు చేసుకుంటా ఉండండి అలా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓపెనింగ్. సో వన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓపెన్, సో వన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓపెన్, you can do practice. For example, let's say click on the connect, it will be connecting to the server. Click on the connect, it will be connecting to the server. Okay, so let's say for example print sense, run it, work అవుతుంది కదా. ఇంకా the concept and the same, remaining all things are same.
Okay,
right, understood?
Okay sir.
ఓకే
సార్, ఇప్పుడు మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసింది సేవ్ చేయడం కావాలి సార్, అది మరి కొలాబ్ లో
ఎందుకు? ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఫైల్ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏదైనా ఫైల్ ఓపెన్ చేసింది.
ఓకే,
ఈ ఫైల్లో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేసాం ఇందాక ఒక లైన్ రాసాం,
అవును సార్.
జస్ట్ ఒకటే లైన్ రాసాం మనం. చూడండి అది లేదు, ఎందుకు మీరు సేవ్ చేయలేదు.
చేయలేదు.
సో మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వర్క్ దట్ యూ డూ, whatever the work that you do, go to the file option, click on the save.
Save.
ఇక్కడ చూడండి స్టేటస్ ఇక్కడ చూసుకోవాలి, సేవ్డ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్లీ. మీరు ఇక్కడ తీసేశారు. ఒకసారి రిఫ్రెష్ చేసిన తర్వాత లెట్స్ సే ఇఫ్ యూ ఓపెన్ ఇట్ అగైన్, మీరు మళ్ళీ ఓపెన్ చేసినా మీకు ఆ డేటా ఉందో లేదో చెక్ చేయండి. జస్ట్ చెక్ వెదర్ ద డేటా ఈస్ అవైలబుల్ ఆర్ నాట్. దెన్ ఉందా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే,
Yes, sir.
క్లియరా అంతా?
Clear, sir. Yes.
సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే మై డ్రైవ్ లోకి వెళ్తే ఇక్కడ ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసా కాబట్టి మీరు ఇక్కడ వర్క్ చేసుకోండి. నేను ఒక మా డ్రైవ్ యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చాం కాబట్టి మా ఆఫీస్ ది, సో దాని మెటీరియల్స్ అన్ని ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి మీకు షేర్డ్ విత్ మీ మీకు అవన్నీ దీంట్లోకి వెళ్ళి అక్కడే క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి, అక్కడే మెటీరియల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇక్కడ చూడండి మీరు ఎలా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుంటారంటే సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ నా ఫైల్ ఉందనుకోండి, దాన్ని ఓపెన్ చేయండి, మళ్ళీ మీ డ్రైవ్ లోకి వెళ్ళి మీరు ఒక ఫైల్ ఓపెన్ చేసుకోండి. అప్పుడు 2 థింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి, పైన నాది ఉంటుంది మీది ఉంటుంది. నా
sir.
చూస్తే మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Got it?
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Remaining students, any doubts?
No, sir. No, sir.
Aditya, all of you remaining. Tawhid, Lavanya, Omkar, Sudarshan, Venkat, Surya.
No, sir.
Just give me a minute. I will reclaim the haste just again. Reclaim the host. Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Oh, sorry. So, guys, next section. Tomorrow I'm not available in Hyderabad. So we lost someone in our family. So we are moving ahead to my home. Village to give some regards. So I will take the section from on next Monday only. So 3 days I will be out of station. If there is anything to discuss with me, you can use my WhatsApp number and you can connect with me. Okay. I just want to clear it out, or else you have your plans now. Okay. And the materials, the drive access, the recordings, everything I will set up in one area and will be giving to you. Please practice on that. The Monday will start the operators, the most important. From Monday, every class is important. Okay. Yeah.